Ooh, garlic. What are you doing today, Maureen?
We are picking the garlic today. Well, actually, Marissa's picking it today. This garlic has been here for a couple of years. No, it's not the same garlic. So 2 years ago, I had planted some garlic, waited way too long. We picked it too late. So we left a lot of the garlic in here. As we were able to find it, the tops end up coming off. When you leave a garlic bulb in your garden, it leaves its seed. And so where you would have had 5, then all of those have become new bulbs, and so on and so forth. And so last year it was kind of the same thing. There was some that had come up. We did do some picking. This year we're going to make sure that we get it done a little bit earlier so that we actually get to pick all of the garlic here at my urban farm. So in here I do have some hardneck and some softneck. Marissa's doing some softneck right now, so she does need a tool. The ground is nice and soft. You know, you make sure that you don't do any watering, or if it has been raining, you want to wait a couple of days. But I was picking out some of the hardneck just because it's easier for me to do. And these have just come out great. Now, I do really appreciate the fact that I've left this garlic and it is just kind of reproduced and multiplied, but I don't necessarily recommend it because it does get overcrowding within the bed. So it's not the best thing, but so I am hoping, because we're early enough, that we're actually going to get it all taken out. We're also a little bit late with getting our scapes off. So the scape, you usually want it to curl quite a bit more. So I have taken the time to cut a few off, and we'll take those into the kitchen and we'll probably make some scape butter, because you can grind it all up, put it in some butter, and then you can freeze it. And so then it's ready to be a flavored butter for whatever you're needing. Last year we also took our scapes and we pickled them. And so Merissa was thinking, what about if we ferment them? And so that might be something else that we will be doing on an upcoming video. As fermented foods are so good for your digestion, and they are very easy to do. Rather than just canning them, you know, having some other alternatives of what to do with an abundance of garlic scapes when you've picked them all. So I'm going through the sorting of all of them just because we didn't get all the scapes off. I'm categorizing them, so ones that are small and tiny, these will go into one pile. The ones that are larger, they'll go into a different one. And then I'm also just making sure that their scapes are taken off. When your garlic has been left, some of them will move about and they'll make space for each other. And other ones, this is what happens, is that they kind of grow together and make that little indent. So this one has that indent because of this clove here. They're still viable and very good garlic. Merissa got all the garlic picked, which is fantastic. And this is, like I said, about 2-year-old garlic. Yeah. We didn't plant any last year at all. So this has just been recycling itself. So it's just been phenomenal. And, you know, usually once the garlic starts coming in, I start categorizing it. And so I've got it into 4 different categories of how we're going to use it and store it. This is our large, this is our medium, and then these ones, you know, they haven't had enough time to grow. And then this is like, might be a clove. And we could leave it and it would grow next year too. But I wanted to get everything out and just give the bed a rest. So our large and medium, you know, we'll take these, dry them, and these will be put into storage. And then as we were talking, I thought with these semi-small ones, you know, there is 3 or 4 garlic cloves in there. I'm going to peel them and I'm going to try doing a dehydration this year. Of dehydrating it and powdering it. I think that would be something that we've never had before. Yeah. And then Merissa, you brought up the small one. Now Merissa is a herbalist, came up with a great idea.
Yeah, so I'm going to put them into honey And then that works as a great cough syrup for when we have any sort of winter flu bugs or anything like that. Then I'm going to see if there's any other medicinal practices that I can use with garlic. I think I can do one with a vinegar. And then I think a fermented garlic as well, which is great for your gut microbiome.
Yes, indeed. And the thing is, with something like this, would this be something that you would use in your practice?
Oh yes.
Okay.
I would use all of them in all honesty. Yeah.
Well, no, we need to keep some of these for our.
Those are just conveniently small, which is great.
Yeah, and so we'll just peel them, and then you will put them into honey. Mm-hmm. This has been, I think, our second year, or this has been our third year where we had an abundance
Yes.
of garlic.
Yeah.
And so if you have some ideas of what you do, like we are going to dehydrate. Mm-hmm. We're going to dehydrate and powder. We're going to put them in honey to make a medicinal cough syrup. Mm-hmm. And of course, we're going to dry and just for eating. Mm-hmm. Now, if you have some ideas of what you do with your garlic, that would be fascinating. I'd love for you to put it down in the comments.
Yes.
Just to give us some more inspiration. Now, when it comes to do the honey and the dehydration, we might make a video about that. I would love for you to show us how you're going to make this cough syrup. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I hope you're having a great day wherever you are, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Take care.
God bless.
God bless. Well, it's like, here, I'm just going to have my mouth in the sun. Just have my mouth in the sunshine.
Oh, they can see you now.
That's right. Well, Merissa got all the garlic picked, which... Watching them walk away.